everyone, my name is Lucine Hayes. I am the country director for Peace Corps Uganda. And I have to say that I probably have one of the best jobs that anybody could have in this whole wide world. Why? Because one of Peace Corps' early calls for the Americans to join Peace Corps reads, "We need someone with the boldness of a pioneer, the resourcefulness of an inventor, and the faith of a sword follower." And I get to witness that spirit every day. I work with volunteers who truly embody the boldness of a pioneer, carry the resourcefulness of an inventor, and have the faith of a sword follower. And they work hand in hand with our Ugandan partners, serving all throughout in Uganda, from remotest corners of Kisoro to Pajule to Yumbe, to create true opportunities for especially the young people. Uganda is a nation of young people. So much potential is carried in those young minds, so much passion and resolve in those young hearts, and so much power in those young hands. And I would say, when it comes to young people of Uganda, then there is no limit to what they can achieve. They can build their future right here and right now. We have over 170 volunteers in Uganda who bring so much wealth of knowledge and equal commitment and resolve to inspire and spark the curiosity of those young minds, to lay a foundation of sound knowledge and skills to forge real plans for real opportunities that harness the immense potential that Uganda has in agriculture, that tomorrow will truly hold the promise that Uganda is feeding the most of Africa, to enable for the young people to make healthy choices, to enable the remote communities to have access to so much needed medical care and support, to help literacy to be attainable to every child. They say there is a certain magic to Peace Corps and the work the volunteers do. And there is certain magic to Uganda too. For most, that magic brings out the best in all of us. Every time when it is close of service and I have to say goodbye to our volunteers, they always share that one of the things that they will always cherish, that will always bring smile to their hearts, is the amazingly true and deep love people of Uganda have shared with them. Ugandan people build true bridges of friendship with our volunteers. For most, these friendships are for life. It has been so many times with so many people when I mention Peace Corps, and Ugandan partners will say, "Oh yes, Peace Corps, I had this amazing volunteer and this is what they taught me," and so goes the story. One of those remarkable stories is the story of the Honorable Judge of Supreme Justice Court, Bart Katurabe. I always say we are in this together. In that togetherness, I express my gratitude to all of Ugandan partners for their commitment and the American people for their support. Please enjoy the issue of this annual report that is dedicated to youth. Continue to care and make a difference, like someone who has the boldness of a pioneer, the resourcefulness of an inventor, and the faith of a sword swallower.
With your commitment to freedom, to the advancement of the interests of people everywhere, the influence may be far-reaching.
She immersed herself in our situation.
I'm the only child of my family who gone to the university. To a large extent, thanks to the Peace Corps.
Progress through peace is what will change the world.
My names are Bart Magunda Katurebe, and I am a Justice of the Supreme Court of Uganda. I was born in a village called Rugazi, which is in a county called Bunyaruguru, and I was born to a peasant family. My father and mother were just peasants. My father had quite a number of goats, and my job was to tend to the goats. And I still like tending goats up now. In 1965, the government of Uganda opened up 25 new secondary schools. And students were allocated those schools. It was not my choice to go there, but I was allocated to go to a school called Chitunga High School. And we got to that school, and there were only 3 teachers. There was the headmaster and 2 Americans, Peace Corps. So that was the core staff we had. That was my introduction to the Peace Corps. We had Mr. Gerard Rigler, who was from Iowa, and he was teaching the sciences. And Mr. D. Maguire was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he was teaching the arts, history and English. They were keen to mix with us, we were keen to learn for them. So we bonded with them because it was a small community and the school didn't have all these amenities that we associate with the school. So we went to the well to fetch water. We bathed out on the stream. They came along with us. So we had campfires and we used to go out hiking, swimming at the lake. So yes, we quite interacted a little bit. Then in '66, they were joined by another Peace Corps, Mr. Kenneth Crane-Hida, who has remained a friend to me up to now, and I am keeping in touch with him. He has since visited Uganda twice, including just 3 or 4 years ago when he came here with another group of tourists. And I invited him together with the visitors he came with to my home, and we gave him one big dinner, and we were all saying thank you. And in his speech he said, when we were here as young people also teaching, we didn't realize we were training the future leaders of this country. So he was very happy, and we were all very happy to meet him. And I would say the same thing to all the others if I met them. Now, if they hadn't been there, probably wouldn't even have been taken to secondary school if the government hadn't started those schools, or if they started schools and they didn't find teachers, then maybe they would have postponed the opening of the school. So my story is, in a way, part of the success of the American Peace Corps, I think.